Dobre jutro. It's nice to be here. I have been very warm welcomed in this beautiful, peaceful, and very green city. Before we start, I'd like to take a photo of you guys because I always do that. I use Instagram. You know what happened to Instagram. They're very popular. Actually, Facebook spent $1 billion to acquire them. Not sure if they're happy still. Can you show me the like, please? One thumbs up for me, please. Okay. Let me upload it, and then we can start. That's it. You're popular now. So, what I want to do with you guys here is to actually share my experiences. You probably have read what I've done in the past. I had the pleasure and honor to work for a few global brands, and I think I learned a few interesting things along the way, which I want to share with you. The presentation is called How to Make Your Digital Heartbeat, and I think within this title, you already understand that technology is the reason why we are here, but at the end of the day, it takes also people and heart to succeed. So let's see how we can make this happen. What the presentation is not is hyping social media and talking too much about numbers. I think we all know what's happening. It's actually a practical guide and some success strategies, proven success strategies from my working experience. To start this, let's go back a little bit to how the internet actually started. It was a network of a few computers, and their role was to actually connect with each other, have a network where data and information could be shared. That was the purpose of the internet. I think ARPANET is one of the terms you will remember from back then. It was a military tool, and then universities connected. And the supercomputers back then had the capacity of probably one smartphone today. So what happened? The internet of data became the internet of people like me and you and the people around us. It's the social graph that is so powerful. All of a sudden, it's not about computers anymore, it's about human beings. And social media are successful because I think they provide us with our very human needs. They enable us to satisfy our needs. This is Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Once human beings are safe and once their survival is secured, they care about more than that. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves. They want to be part of communities. They long for social belonging, and they want to actually do something that has some meaning. That is, they want to do something meaningful. They want to connect with other people and make a change, make a difference. And that's what we have seen in the Arabic Spring. And that's what we are seeing with millions of blogs and people who now have a voice. So it's about empowered human beings through social media. And I want to give you two reasons why this is not a fad. It's here to stay. Reason number one is this little guy here. Okay? Just look around you. You've got kids yourself, you've got friends with kids, and just look and watch them, how these youngsters grow up. They don't know a world without an iPhone in their hand, a computer on their lap, a laptop, and a TV screen running. And if you ask them, what are you doing? And they are doing all of these things at once, they tell you, chilling, I'm chilling. So it's part of their nature. It's like breathing the air every day to use these tools. And be prepared for that, because those youngsters, the digital natives, will be your customers or your colleagues of today or tomorrow. They will be the decision makers. They will be the ones spending money on your product or service or not. And right now, especially if you look at countries with older demographics, it's still very comfortable and safe because we fuel our sales funnel with the older generations. But there will be the day where you will look around you and nobody's there because they don't know you. First reason. Second reason, we have seen some impressive statistics in the intro video from Mitya. And what I found really mind-blowing is that within a few years, there will be more smartphones in this planet than human beings. Okay, And what does this mean again? All the beautiful platforms, all the social media tools will be available anytime, everywhere, personal, local. And that's pretty scary. Scary if you're not ready, and a very great opportunity when you're ready. And I want us all here in this room to be ready for this. If you ask the expert, then this is Brian Solis. He's a thought leader in how the digital space is changing and how communication is changing. This is the end of business as usual. We have to change. There is no choice. And another expert, which is Eric Qualman, he wrote the book Socialnomics, and it's very popular because also the videos he produced for the book. He says that it's not about should we do it or not. The question is how well will we do it and if we will be around in 5 years from now. So let's take this serious, please. I promised you that this will not be about numbers and everything, and I brought what is my lessons learned from the past few years as a marketeer, as a social media manager, and as a consultant to various clients around the world. So, and it's actually, yeah, it's a result of the last years and also the failures that I made myself. So let's look at what you can do. And first thing before we start to look at these success strategies is remember this. Businesses don't make customers happy, people do. And that's really my credo and what I've learned along the way. It's about the people. Make sure that you have the right team. Make sure you have a passionate team. Because if you need a social media policy as a business to regulate who's talking, who's not, who is saying what, you probably made a mistake when you hired the person. So make sure to have a passionate team, make sure they're happy, and just let go. Let go of your control, but we'll talk about that later. So, what we will talk about is, first of all, community. Secondly, conversation. Third, collaboration. We will talk about content, the connected lifestyle, and also, last but not least, it's about business and commerce. So, what I recommend to you, become part of the community. Because there is a community. What we marketeers were used to in the past was that we were in a very comfortable situation. We had our nice partners, the creative agencies. We sat together. We have been very creative, thinking about these new campaigns and everything. And then we just spend some media dollars and disturb people. And that doesn't work anymore. Now we have to understand that besides us as marketeers, there are other people who shape our brand. And those people are within our organization, our colleagues, but also outside of the organization. And that is what is so difficult. All of a sudden, we can't control them, we can't regulate them. We can only deal with them. And we need to understand this. So what you should do about this is to make sure to know who is shaping your brand, who is talking about you, and then go there and be present, be part of this conversation. The second thing is that we have to lean back, We have to open the stage to those people talking about us. And we just need to make sure that our product and service delivered and actually beats their expectation. And then magic things can happen. They will do our job. I will give you 2 examples of the past years that prove that it's actually good to lean back and let others do the work for you. This is the Coca-Cola case. I don't know if you know the story about Coca-Cola, but when they decided that Facebook is the way to go, when they started to create their Facebook page, they didn't just build a Facebook page from scratch. They looked around and they found something. That one individual had already gathered a community of 100,000 fans. And they didn't run to their legal department and told them to send a letter to this really, this crazy guy who's playing with their brand. They actually invited him to be part of this community. So the guy who individually took leadership and opened the Facebook page on Facebook, the Coca-Cola page, he was part of the team. They invited him. Another example is Walmart Moms. What is it? It's actually a network of mom bloggers. So women who like to talk about what moms care about. It's probably their families, their kids. It's about shopping and how to make some good deals. And what Walmart did is they invited them to become the Walmart moms and to do exactly what they did, just within a Walmart network. Of course, the company uses this platform to spread news about new products and deals and so on, but it's mostly about helping moms to connect, to exchange ideas, and it's a very successful campaign. So you see that this is how a brand can become part of a community and not just try to control something that is not possible to control. Second point, marketing is a conversation today. But a conversation has two sides. One side is talking, and we love to talk as marketeers. Oh, our beautiful product, just $9.99 today in our stores. Buy it. But that's just one aspect of a conversation. Much more important, and that is what we need to learn as marketeers, is the listening part. A conversation is also about listening. And therefore, I really highly recommend to you to work with monitoring tools, to listen actually what's happening. And there's this term of social business intelligence. I'm working with THESOCIALIZERS. It's a social business intelligence company. And what they do is actually they set up listening technologies for their customers. And this can vary. It can be from very expensive tools, tailor-made, to open tools. And what they do is they listen, they gather all of these data that are available, and then make recommendations. For example, where do people talk about your brand mostly? Who is talking about you? Is it positive or is it negative? If they talk about you, what topics are they using, and how are you mentioned? And all of this is the basis to actually create the right strategy and solution for your social media engagement. So listen, 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 and listen first. If you want to do something and you want to start now, it's actually listening. And it will help you a lot. The second part is that we need to stop broadcasting only. I mean, of course, we are a brand. We want to actually put our message out there. But it's not only about broadcasting. We have to think about it as marketing, as a conversation. It's a relationship taking place. And I want to give you two examples also for the conversation taking place and how a brand can make it a conversation. Let's look at this example now. Nutella. Everybody loves Nutella for his and her breakfast. What they didn't do in this post, as you can see here, is to write, today you will get 20% more in your glass of Nutella for less money. They ask a question, which is, who is the first person that comes into your mind when you wake up? So they ask a question related to the emotions of the customers instead of selling their product. And this is the way to the heart of the people, to actually relate to their environment, to their social graph, to their heart and what they care about. And what we care about our family, we care about our friends. And as a brand, we need to tap into this field. So talking to the emotions of people will bring you into the relevant set of them. Another example of marketing as a conversation is customer service provided through Twitter. And this is not a new example, but I think it's a very good example because Comcast is not the easiest business, you know. They are an internet provider in the US, and of course there are outages, they have some problems sometimes, people complain. But they don't run away, they have a workforce looking at where people have problems, and they reach out to those people to help them. And everybody can see that. So Twitter is a beautiful channel to actually enlarge your customer service and expand your customer service into really relevant and new channels. And once again, listening is the least you can do. The third aspect is collaboration. And I think one of the main points that happen now with all this technological advancement is that it really helps us in so many ways. And one way is that now we can collaborate. We can bring the customer and consumer in and make him part of his team. So there's two things that you should do. The first thing is dare to listen and to watch what people are knowing about your industry. I think it was a very arrogant way of doing business and engineering in the past, where we thought a little small elite circle of people would come up with the next big thing. It would be waste if we don't look at least at what other people are saying and to tap into the wisdom of the crowd. At least consider it. I mean, the experts can make something meaningful out of it, but everybody should listen and open up and look at open innovation as one concept. And this is the example I want to show here. Procter & Gamble has an open innovation platform. It is called Connect and Develop. And they have already developed over 1,000 activities through this channel now. So all of a sudden, Procter & Gamble, the giant, opens up and invites people to be part of the team. And thereby they fuel their innovation process. Another concept, and sorry for the writing, it's actually written by myself, so I'm not an artist, but I think the concept is clear. The prosumer and the consumer together, become the prosumer. And that's what can happen if we invite people to collaborate with us. And just imagine one thing. If you invite your customer to be part of the production of the services and the tools that the products and tools you are developing, he already bought into your product before you sell it. If it comes to the market, he will make sure that everybody knows about it because he was part of it, he's proud of it, and he knows that this will work because he gave his best to make this happen. And now I would like to show the first video. Tone? Do we have tone?
Easily at work, as you do in your personal life. What if you could create and share information?
Once again, sorry about that. And that is why I like to rely on people, not on technology. Okay, I think we can skip this. I will actually sum it up. It's fine, thank you. So the video actually showed how Jive, which is a collaboration software, helps to actually build a bridge between the internal
You could filter out the noise.
between the internal groups of people and the external customers. So they close the gap and they build a bridge. And it's very powerful. Imagine now if you can actually listen to people, hear what they're saying, taking this information, bringing it into the business world and push it into your processes. For example, if it's a complaint, your call center or your customer service team can take care of that. If it's a product innovation idea, you can pass it on to the product management and they can again push this into your development efforts. So it's really powerful. And if you consider to actually build a social business out of your company, consider Jive as one of the tools. The fourth aspect of winning strategies is the content. And it's probably one of the most important because please don't be this empty can. If something will happen to you because you're just selling bullshit and there's no value behind your services and product, then it will be really bad for you. The social web will really bring it to the surface, and people will make sure that other people know that you actually suck. So make sure to be useful. How to be useful, we will see in the next video. Hopefully it works.
KLM Meet and Seat. A new service to see who else is on board, well before departure of your intercontinental flight. Simply connect with your LinkedIn or Facebook account to view other passengers' profiles. Get in touch with interesting people. Meet in reality at the airport or during the flight. With Meet and Seat, you can meet other travelers and add interesting new people to your network. Also, after your flight. Make your flight a journey of inspiration with KLM's Meet and Seat. KLM.
Okay, I think what is really interesting here is that KLM didn't just use it as a marketing channel in terms of, oh, we are so great, but they really sit down and thought about something meaningful. They wanted to be useful to their clients. And doesn't it make sense to actually use your time traveling to network with other people? I think that's really great, and it's actually making something meaningful out of time that is spent alone and boring. One other aspect that is important talking about content is once we've created these great campaigns, tools, and activities, we will have to make sure that people can share them. I think there's no reason that websites don't use any social sharing features or social plugins to make it easy for people to spread the word. Every website should enable this today. There's no reason not to do it. And then your content will travel. People will take it with them and share it with their friends in their networks, and it will help you, and it will help you without you spending more money. You just have to invest one time money to build this sharing features, and then it's actually working for you. The next aspect is what we also have seen in the videos. It's actually this, that we have smartphones, we have e-readers, we have computers, we have the TV that is connected today, and we need to actually cater to all of these devices. And we need to look at what the customers are actually using. And all of a sudden, if you look at the TV here, imagine now how important YouTube has become. You know, maybe so far you thought, why should I spend money producing these videos and so on? And all of a sudden, you're in the living room with the family, sitting there, having dinner and watching probably your YouTube channel. So make sure to actually look into what your customers are using in terms of devices and cater to all of them. It's not one fits all. And that brings me to also mention this example of IKEA. Even if the connected TV or the smart TV is not yet so broad, it's becoming very popular. And IKEA started now selling a TV solution which you can fit in beautifully into your furniture. And imagine the power of IKEA and the smart TV coming together, how many people more will be connected through their TV. And this means that we also need to start changing our mind in terms of how we create campaigns and contents. It's about thinking of the liquid content. Once again, sorry for the bad picture, but I'm not an artist. The liquid content means that when we design and develop strategies, we need to think about using them on different platforms, different formats. And it's not one size fits all, once again. It's not about creating a TV commercial and just putting it on YouTube. It's about thinking how this message can be meaningful and entertaining for a YouTube community, and how maybe a PR document can become a tweet. So think about liquid content in terms of pushing the message into different media and platforms, but not always in the same way. Last but not least, we are here because we are part of businesses. Businesses want to make money, businesses want to make sales. And I'm mentioning this as last point in my presentation because it's not the thing that you start doing first. You first have to do all the other things right, and then people are more than happy to also enter a business relation with you. And I want to give you one example of one of my clients, which is S. Oliver. They are also here in Slovenia. It's a clothing brand, it's a fashion brand, and they didn't want to just go in and sell products on Facebook, but they did want to do it in a meaningful way that really fits to the Facebook community. So we've sat down and thought about a concept that will bring these things together. And the result was the S. Oliver Stylomat, which was a slot machine, attracting people to actually try the luck, so they could pull the slot. And if they were lucky, they had 3 credits every day. If they were lucky, they got a voucher so they could buy S. Oliver clothing. But other than this luck thing, this machine was an inspiration. So they could come there and pull the slot machine. And what happened is they got some inspiration in terms of clothing. They had a top, a pants, and shoes combined together in different ways for male or female customers, and they could play around and get some ideas for outfits. If they liked the outfit, they could just click and go to the e-shop to buy it. So you see that it's a different thing to just build an online shop in this in Facebook, or to do it in an entertaining way that actually engages people to do more. They looked at the outfits, they liked the outfit, they shared them with their friends, and they could also buy it easily. What is also important is, I mean, now that people want to do business with you, make it easy for them. Simplify the shopping experience. And it's about breaking down walls, and it's about actually making it a seamless experience. There should not be, there shouldn't be so many obstacles, on the way to the purchase. We should really plug in the different services. Some great examples here are the one-click buy on Amazon. I use it a lot for my books, for example. I just click the book I want to buy once on this button, and I bought it. That's it. And it's transferring it automatically on my Kindle, so I can have it with me all the time. The other thing is to consider tools like Facebook Connect. When you go into onto your website, people don't need to put in all their information again, but they can just say connect via Facebook. And there are many other ways to really simplify the user experience. So, community, conversation, collaboration, content, connected lifestyle, and commerce. This is the way to success in the social web and how to build a digital presence today. And if you do this, your brand will be one of those people. You will be a brand among friends because you care and you cater to their needs. And now I want to show one more video that is really important. It's one last thing. And it's about the C-suite, it's about the CEOs and the leadership who needs to understand what's happening. I hope that decision makers are sitting here, and I hope that you see what the CEO of Burberry has to say and how they made change happen for Burberry.
For us, the most important thing in any economic downturn is we focus on the things that we can control. And for us, that's really engaging with our consumer, be it any channel, any region, any medium, if you will, be it digitally or physically. It's why we create so much emotive content today. It's why we're using every social media platform. The more that we can get the brand out there, the more that the consumer can connect with our content and feel a part of the brand, the more we'll be able to weather the storm. We launched a new fragrance, Burberry Body, and we partnered with Facebook and decided to, for the first time ever, launch it socially versus physically. It was about reach. It was about engagement. The content was incredibly emotive and compelling. But the other thing we did was we also launched a new initiative, one of the highest end initiatives for the year, called Burberry Bespoke. And that is the customization or personalization of your own trench coat. 12 million options. You can go online, but it's only digital. We have not yet launched it in a physical store. So taking our most iconic heritage coat, we 2 years ago launched Art of the Trench, our social media platform. In Burberry Body, it's not a coincidence that she's wearing a trench coat. And this year we launched Burberry Bespoke, the customization of a trench coat. So we always tell the teams, no matter how fast we move forward, and we engage with more and more consumers across all of the new mediums, we need to do that with our most iconic, our most heritage product, always mixing the best of the past with the future. And one of the most exciting, largest stores in the world will be right here in London on Regent Street, and plan to open later this summer. It is the store of the future. It is Burberry World Live. It will be our showcase to the world. We're looking so forward to Regent Street because it will be the sum of our vision and of everything that we've worked the last 6 years to build. And I think that will give everyone a clear vision of what's next for Burberry.
I think this is a really powerful video because this is the CEO of the company. She has a lot of other things in her mind, and that was actually during her presentation of their annual results. But I found it really interesting how the C-suite and this CEO understands the power of the digital space and what it can do for them. This is it. I'd like to close with this little quote here. One machine can do the work of 50 ordinary people. No machine can do the work of one extraordinary man. And that's my credo again, that people are, for me, the last mile. Technology brought us where we are today, but it takes people to make us succeed in the social web. Saying that, I'm really happy to be here, and I hope that the rest of the day will be very useful to you. Have fun. Do we have time for questions? I'm not sure. I was not informed about that.
I think we're just on schedule. So Lefty, ladies and gentlemen, big hand of applause yet again.